we need to make sure that we see some of these other things that are going on. So it looks like after everything that we listened to yesterday with what is his name? Floyd Wallace Jr. Okay. Floyd Wallace Jr. Washington Democrats sponsor a bill to slash penalties for depophiles snared in online sting operations. Now, help me understand. Why in the hell, of all things on God's green earth, would you want to reduce a sentence on? So you want to reduce a sentence on child low mesters, depophiles? Y'all know what I'm saying, right? Biatches. You see these biatches? Look, this is as of December the 27th. Look at these biatches. Three liberal white women, I'm sure, and a black. Three liberal white women and a black. Help me understand how much sense does that make? Y'all already know how I feel about liberal white women. Sorry, liberal white women, stay the fuck away from me because y'all are no help whatsoever.
What kind of shit is that?
So, depending on where y'all live, this might be one of y'all's people. 4 Democratic Washington state senators, well, there you go, are pushing legislation to reduce penalties for individuals busted during sting operations for attempting to SA children. That sentence in itself sounds half damn crazy. And these are biatches doing it. These are biatches doing it. So they don't give a F about these kids either. It says from Libs of TikTok, meet Lisa Wellman, Noel Frame, Tiwina Nobles. Can't imagine which one is named Tiwina, and Claire Wilson. These 4 Democrat Washington state senators are sponsoring a bill that reduces the penalties for child ex-offenders caught in sting operations. Democrats want to protect child depredators. Let's see if we can make this bigger. Pause. So there they are in living color. So you can see them close up. I'm just saying. Oh, add Tawina to the list. Listen, it's am I enunciating? Hold on. Eat something, Wina. I'm old. Don't come for me. I think it says Tawina. What kind of name is that, y'all? Somebody need to stop the madness, I swear. All right, so there they are. Lisa Wellman. We're going to just assume that this is Lisa Wellman. She probably got more money than the Lord himself. Noelle Frame. Yeah, she got a whole ass husband somewhere. Tawina Nobles. Okay, and then this heifer, Claire Wilson. Claire, not Claire Huxtable, Claire Wilson. So yeah, those are them heifers right there. Okay, up close and personal. It says the OMG, the Washington State Sentencing Guidelines Commission has voted to recommend a reduction in penalties for child ex-offenders caught during sting operations. The proposal, which reflects the Democrat-sponsored Senate Bill 5312, aims to cut the maximum ex-offender registry. So to highlight, child, if I can see it, if the person has no prior background or prior convictions for ex offenses or kidnapping offenses indicating predatory behavior towards a minor, the offender shall be subject to the supervision of the department for a period of 3 years. So, in other words, you ain't going to jail, child. We'll just go ahead and just say that you could just be on out there. We watch you for 3 years, and then we'll see what happens later, child. Shout out to the Democrats, always doing something dysfunctional, but make sure y'all vote for the Democrats and vote blue no matter who. The proposal comes on the heels of a November vote by the Washington State Sentencing Guidelines Commission, which recommended lighter sentences for such offenders. The commission's decision mirrors SB 5312, advocating for alternatives to incarceration. Oh, there you go, y'all. They need to have alternatives as opposed to incarceration. Nobody wants anyone to go to jail. Let me rephrase. Democrats don't want people to go to jail. That's why you got Jasmine Crockett out here talking about you're not a criminal if you don't feel like you're a criminal, regardless of your criminal activities. Sounding crazy. She's another one that need to be on the list. She should have been on the thumbnail, but I did the thumbnail the way that I did. Cause she ain't shit either. I don't care. Get mad, get glad. I don't give a fuck. Fuck that bitch. As soon as she said that shit, I was not paying attention to that girl one bit because I don't care. She ain't got shit to do with me. She over there in Texas. That's y'all's problem. But her sitting up here talking about you're not a criminal unless you think you're a criminal. And y'all are okay with that? Not y'all, you know what I'm saying. But y'all are okay with that? And y'all gonna continue to allow her to run off at the mouth and literally run off at the mouth? Okay. Child, that's why I say stay the fuck away from me. The commission's decision mirrors SB 5312, advocating for alternatives to incarceration for crimes with no identifiable victim. What the fuck kind of thing is that to say if you got kids right there? Child, Brazil, can y'all come on over here? Brazil, come on over here and bring your oppressors with you. Because, child, the people over here ain't got the sense that the Lord above gave them. Citing lower recidivism rates among those convicted in stings compared to offenders who target real children. Oh, so it's fake kids online, I guess. So if they happen to come in contact with a kid because they try to lure them from the internet, is it not real then? Or is it only real only if they bring it to them? So if they're on the internet and they're exchanging things that they have no business exchanging, y'all know what I'm saying, don't say it. That's okay. And you shouldn't go to jail, even though the odds are, and I said the odds are that you're going to go back out there and do it again to somebody else's kid, traumatizing them for future. Because please let's not act like this don't have an effect on kids, especially as young as like single digit numbers. These MFers don't care about nobody but themselves. I don't care. Democrats want to protect child depredators, Libs of TikTok wrote in a post on X about the bill. Under 5312, the duty to register as an ex-offender would end after 5 years for qualifying offenders who spend that time in the community without new disqualifying offenses. This is how I'm interpreting this, okay? This means if you don't get caught in that amount of time, then you ain't got to worry about it. It doesn't mean that they're not doing it. It just means that they aren't getting caught. So as long as they don't get caught, everything is everything. You can't make this shit up. Post-release supervision would be reduced from lifetime to 3 years. From a lifetime to 3 years. So do they think that this shit goes away? Do they think that this shit goes away? Your need, the urge, your depravity for minors. So that goes away? Well, child, by that logic, they need to free R. Kelly. Child, by this logic, they need to go on ahead and free R. Kelly because he done been in jail long damn enough. And as long as he don't think that he's a criminal, then he's not a criminal by the logic of Jasmine Crockett's fucking mouth. Lord, forgive me. I forgot. Let me calm down, y'all. Let me calm down. The bill applies to attempts, solicitations, or conspiracies to commit offenses like rape of a child molestation, communication with a minor for immoral purposes, and others, but only if the offender has no prior history of predatory behavior toward minors. Critics, including Republican Commission members and victims' rights advocates, argue that the charges could weaken deterrence and endanger the public. They don't give a fuck about the public. And somebody will go ahead and reelect these bitches. Adding to the controversy, report suggests Senator Wellman collaborated with constituents whose son was convicted in a sting operation. Oh, wow. Interesting, isn't it? So Senator Wellman has a friend whose son is a perv, and to protect him and anybody else like him, because all they care about is their friends and whoever they probably get money from, let's go ahead and submit this bill. Now, how the hell they got them other 3 bitches to go along with this? I don't know. Raising questions about potential conflicts of interest. Yes, please and thank you. A definite conflict of interest. That is crazy. Senator Wellman's sponsorship of 5312 drew scrutiny over an alleged conflict of interest after reports surfaced that she worked closely with Mercer Island constituents Bruce and Joanne Glant, whose adult son was convicted in a net nanny sting, to advance the legislation reducing sentencing guidelines because all they care about are themselves and they own. So look, white people do it too, but white people do it too. Okay? Don't think that it's just the black Congress people and government officials or whatever. Not just them. And we never thought that it was. So don't say I don't talk about white people, because child, I be talking about white people and they ain't shit either, especially liberal white fucking women. I don't care. Blame your mama. Get out my face. I said what I said and I meant that shit. I said that. I meant that. And this is ridiculous, this whole thing. So because they got friends, because like Poors, I'm not trying to bring y'all in here, but let me bring you in here. Poors, shout out to the Poors. But let's just talk about that for a second, right? So as long it really don't have nothing to do with the Poors. I'm just thinking class, right? So there's the Poors, there's the fake Poors, there's the middle class, upper middle class, and then there's the rich people. So who the hell you think is messing around with these senators and the people in government officials, right? Who do you think they talk to? You think they talk to the Poors? No. You think they talk to the fake Poors? No. You think they talk to the middle class? No. Do they talk to the upper middle class? Maybe. Okay. You think they talk to the rich people? Absolutely. So then they're going to sit up there and do what they can do for their friends. What about your friends? And they want to keep them around. So they're going to go ahead and put who in harm for the most part? Who would be harmed most by this? Poors, fake poors, middle class. I'm just saying. Anyway, I feel like that's enough. There's really no more because this is rather disgusting and fuck all three of these bitches. I said that. I meant that. Moving on.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up!
We do not care.